Right. It's 10 o'clock at night. The sun has gone down outside. Easton Street down there. We've set up our preliminary template for the sessions, for the recordings. What that means, I have to set up the inputs so that we have enough inputs going what we need. We are going a bit mad here. We have whatever 14 inputs, yes, at the one go.
Yes.
Which means we can record the full drum kit and possibly even more. Just gives us a bit of freedom. It's a bit of a tricky thing. We're using an EMU sound card. It's a bit of an old yoke at this stage, but it's very reliable, it's very stable. We like it a lot. Don't we guys?
We love it.
Old school.
Old school. Old school digital.
This is the software that you run it with, and I had a bit of a problem getting the ADAT inputs in.
Now, kids, this is an ADAT machine. Look, you used to put actual tape in here.
Yeah, it's true.
Now we just use it as an interface. In and out.
So I'm gonna try to explain you very quickly how this works in as simplistically as I can. Is that a word?
Simplistically?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a lovely Mackie desk which has a wonderful preamps. Anybody who's ever used Mackie desk knows that they have wonderful preamps. I would love to have a big Neve desk here with their preamps, but we're not on that kind of budget and never will be. So what's happening here is the EMU sound card has the two microphone inputs, which we're going to use for guitars or vocals or pipes and that kind of stuff. And then it has at the back, it has more inputs here, which then works. We're using the preamps from the Mackie. The first 6 from here are going into the back of the sound card, which included with these two gives us 8 altogether. Now after that, what we do is this sound card, which the interface that is part of the sound card is at the back of the old school computer there, which is making a hell of a lot of noise. Also has a light pipe ADAT input, which then we have extra 2 from here going to the ADAT, and then we have also groups. The Mackie desk only has 8 direct outputs, so after that we're going through the groups, which gives us another 4. And technically, if we need more, we can still put 2 out of the main mix as well. And they go from directly from here to the back of the ADAT machine, which you can see there, and then with light pipe into the computer. And then in the computer, it all goes into this little thingy, which is the EMU's own patch mix, which is a little bit of a tricky one to use sometimes. And
Pain in the knickers.
yeah, that's what Des would say. And you just have to remember on the inserts of the ADAT channels, you have to activate the send, which you do right click and then it gives you jobs for more inputs. So now I've saved all this, so we don't have to worry about that until the album after this, when you forgot once again how it's done. Yeah, we've got our lovely big Behringer speakers here. We also have Paul Thomas has a NS10s down there, which when we start mixing they probably come into the picture a little bit, but we actually like our Behringer speakers, weirdly enough. Not everybody does, but they're nice and beefy. And so then what Des is doing is miking up the microphones for the drums. There's nothing really secretive or I think the only biggest secret weapon we have are these Octavias, which are absolutely fantastic overheads. The two of them. Apart from that, there's a Beta 57 on the snare. Just the standard, really. What are these? The model of these AKGs? This.
The
CCS.
CCS.
CCS something.
Yes.
We have two of them on the floor toms. We want to get a kind of consistent sound on the floor toms because they'd be doing all the boomy stuff. And then we just got a normal 58. Can I ask you why? Yes, you have a 57 as well.
Why 57 as well?
Why not
58?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a third CCS. Oh, I put the 57 there.
Yeah.
I made a mistake then. That should be a Beta
Got
50.
you.
It
But
should
we
be an
have
SM57.
We have a SM57 and Beta 57 still left.
We'll put the SM57 there.
Cool.
We'll use the other Beta 57 maybe for the bottom of the snare, or maybe not.
Or we use the Sennheiser, which is
Or the Sennheiser.
the squarey one. Squarey thingy yoki.
This one.
Here's a look. JP's been shopping for mics lately.
This one we may use for the bottom of the snare.
We shall see how it goes.
We'll try a few difference.
Now, I'm just gonna go to a quick thing on the snare. Everybody knows snare. It makes a lot of noise. It's the noisy one in the set. But it has a mat underneath, which looks like that. So you do get a little bit of benefit of having two microphones on it. But you have to be a little bit careful because what happens is you might have a bit of a phasing problem. So you have to make sure that they're roughly about the same distance from the source of the snare. So that's about it for now. This is working on a bit of an acoustic treatment for the room.
And this is one. This will be in a microphone to catch the room.
Ah, yeah.
For the drums.
Oh, that's my new baby. That's a AKG. What was it? AKG something to 220 something. I can't remember what.
We're going to put it up here to catch the general overall sound of the drums in the room.
What he's basically going to do with that mic is catch the sound of that noisy computer, which we have to do something about to isolate a bit. It's a little bit old, but again, we've been taking really good care of it, so still works. And if it ain't broken, why fix it? So there you go. We're nearly there. And what happens when we're there, Liz?
Well, I'm thirsty.
I think I'm very thirsty. I think
the good thing about recording above a pub,
it's never too far. And there's actually one other thing I want to tell you. The Leeson Lounge, first of all, has a very reasonable price pint, which at the moment is what, $4.25. But they also have Beamish, and
which is great.
We actually like Beamish. We like spreading the love, if you know what I mean. But keep you posted.